What's up, guys? For today's video we're going to be talking about the Citizen Navihawk. Let's do a quick 360. And on this side you can see a label plate saying Navihawk A-T, A-T standing for atomic time. And let's go right into the talking points. So first item on the list, as always, is price. So originally this was about 750 bucks. And if you're like me, you didn't buy this watch because that was just too much. Now, currently on Amazon, this is going for about $390 out the door. So after taxes, shipping, everything, I paid about $390. That's almost 50% off. So if you were like me and you held off, now is the time to get this watch. I don't know if it's going to get any cheaper, but I mean, that was a really good deal. I was super excited about that. Next item is tactical, schmactical, dressy, or casual. Not tactical, so I would say definitely dressy, maybe casual, depending on what your definition of casual is. You know, tank top and flip-flops, no, but you know, slacks and then a polo, that'll look great in, and it'll look just as good in a two-piece or three-piece suit. Even a tuxedo. I mean, this is just a super classy, elegant, but manly looking watch. And it'll fit in a plethora of situations. Next item is functions. I'm not going to get into functions because it's just, I'm not even that knowledgeable on them all yet. Like, there's a lot of things that this watch has. On top of all the digital functions it has, it also has this slide rule that you can use by rotating this crown here, and you can see the bezel, which is underneath the glass, rotates for you to utilize it as a you know, you could use it to do multiplication, division, and also as a time, distance, speed calculator. But yeah, so for the functions, I know it's kind of shitty for me not to go into it, but I'm just, for the sake of the time of the video, you can go onto Google and go to the Citizen website. Just type in Citizen Navihawk Manual, and Citizen actually has made a very easy, useful, step-by-step video for you to watch and learn how to use all the functions and set all of them. It's very easy. You don't even need to read anything, although the manual is also available on the website for downloading. Next item is Illumination. Let me go ahead and turn off the lights real quick. Now, Illumination is something they did really good on this watch. They did an outstanding job. I don't think there is a digital analog watch that does it better than them, at least that I've seen so far. So even in this well-lit, so this room is not dark. It's fairly well lit. I've got a window right next to me with the sun coming through, and even then you can see the lume from the hour markers and on the hour and minute hand, and it's coming in really good. And also on top of that, you've got the backlight for the digital display. And you've got this nice, pleasant, easy to read amber color backlight, which is great for nighttime. Yeah, so I'm really happy about that. Normally with a digital analog watch, you've either got really good lume or really good backlight, but not both. So, yep, have nothing to complain about with the Illumination. Next item is visibility. So right now what you're seeing is not what you see in real life. It's a negative display and it kind of looks difficult to see, at least from what I'm seeing in the viewfinder. But in real life, it's really easy to see. They did a good job with this backlight. I don't need to squint or turn the watch face at all to get a better view of the digital screen. So you're just gonna have to take my word on it. Let's see if I can, like right about there. This is what you see from any distance, from out in the sun, out inside. This is what you should expect to see. So not bad. I would give it, let's say 8, high 7 or mid 8 out of 10. Next item is button and crown placement. So it's perfectly fine. This is your standard button and crown placement. In a perfect world, I would have preferred to have the buttons more angled out of the way of the back of your hand, so that way if you did any kind of hand flexion, you know, you wouldn't make contact with any buttons. But for the philosophy of use with this watch, you know, this is not a hard use physical activity watch. This is a dressy special occasion watch. This is a sit in the office watch. So in that aspect, I am okay with the location of the crown and the buttons. Next item is band quality and comfort. So band quality, 10 out of 10. 12 out of 10. I mean, this is a fantastic band. Look at that. And it is solid. This isn't like a flimsy mesh. This is a solid piece of metal. It feels like something that the elves would have made in Lord of the Rings. You also have these links, removable links here to adjust the band size. And I guess they stamped them with the same kind of pattern as the mesh to blend them together. I think I would have preferred the whole band to be made out of this mesh, but it still looks really good. As far as comfort goes, that's a different story. This is not a comfortable watch, at least in my opinion. Like, this isn't a G-Shock or some kind of outdoorsy watch. And also, it is quite beefy. Let us look at the scale. I think it comes in at 5.5 ounces. Let's see. Yeah, 5 5/8. So just over 5.5. And normally that's not heavy, but on your wrist, that is pretty significant. Like, you're gonna know that watch is there. Is it so heavy that, you know, I'm just gonna tell you not to buy this watch? No, you know, obviously not. But we're talking about in the perfect world. Yeah, it could be a little bit lighter. It is going to dig into your skin if you let it sit in the same spot. But like I said, for the philosophy of use with this watch, you're not going to be wearing it for heavy, intensive activities. You're just going to be wearing it for a special occasion or when you're sitting at your desk at an office. So I think that's fine for that use. Next item, overall, and should you buy? We'll start off with should you buy. Yes, you should buy this watch. This is a fantastic watch. It's a little bit complicated, and I think that Citizen made this watch more for looks than for actual practical use. But at the price, it's a steal. Like, I would have, if I had $800, I would have thought that this is worth. I mean, I've got $800, but I mean, if I had $800 to just throw away, I would have definitely considered this watch to be worth $800. So at $390 or even less than that, you know, that's even better. So yeah, if you've got the money and if you want this watch, yes, you should definitely buy this watch. Now going back to Citizen making this watch more for looks than actual practicality. So with all the digital functions are great. My main gripe is really for the slide rule. I feel like they just put this in as a gimmick because the old Navihawks used to have the slide rule as just a bi-directional bezel that you could move with your hand like this. Moving this bezel through this tiny little crown is just ridiculous. Because, I mean, even to basically quickly get to a number, it's going to take you like 20 to 30 seconds. I mean, it's going to take you a minute to do a full 360. And that's just not practical. Especially for people in the aviation or even nautical occupations. You know, this is a very useful tool for you to be able to figure out how quickly it's going to take to get somewhere. You know, how many hours is it going to take to travel? How many nautical miles at these many knots? You know, that's granted. You've got computers that tell you all that information, but the fact that you can have it on your watch and be able to utilize it anytime you want without a computer is a really useful tool. And just being able to only utilize it through this little tiny, really inconvenient crown is, I think, it kind of bummed me out. But it is beautiful and it looks cool as shit. You know, just like turning this little crown and you see that bezel moving inside underneath the glass. That's just a really cool design feature. So I'll give them credit for that. But I would have liked to have seen a more practical application or a practical design for realistic application of this watch. Anyways, that's really the most of my complaints. I didn't even get this watch to use that function. I got this because it looks great. It's going to look good in formal and semi-formal events. And yeah, that's really all I got to say. A beautiful watch, great price. Highly recommended. That's all I got to say for now. Thank you for watching. I hope that this review helps you with your next watch purchase, and tune in for the next episode. Alright, bye.